Welcome back, everybody. It's Good Friday, April 18th, 2025. Today we have the GOP muscling up in the state Senate, $10 million in a workplace civil suit, hurricane season predictions, and the Alabama news quiz. My name's Ike Morgan, and we're down in Alabama.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Upgrade your business with Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning fewer carts going abandoned and more sales going cha-ching. So if you're into growing your business, get a commerce platform that's ready to sell wherever your customers are. Visit shopify.com to upgrade your selling today.
Republicans in the state Senate played a little hardball Thursday to push through some base-pleasing measures without giving Democrats a chance to slow things down. AL.com's Mike Cason reports that the GOP supermajority stopped debate on bills, an uncommon step, and passed bills requiring activation of porn filters on internet devices, requiring age verification for app stores, proposing a constitutional amendment to require public schools to play the national anthem at least once a week, changing appointments to the board of the Department of Archives and History, changing state law on the system to maintain voter rolls, and prohibiting the use of foreign national driver licenses as voter IDs. In the Senate, 21 votes are needed to cut off debate on a bill, and the GOP holds 27 of the 34 seats. Plus, Republican Lieutenant Governor Will Ainsworth presides over the Senate debate. Even so, Republicans rarely go there, but with 7 working days left in the legislative session, they stepped on the gas. Meanwhile, Minority Leader Bobby Singleton called the slate of bills a red meat package and said he was more worried about what the Republicans were passing than how they were passing it. A jury has awarded a woman $10 million for injuries she suffered at work when she was 17 years old, reports AL.com's Patrick Darrington. Destiny Longs, when she was a junior at Spain Park High School, was working at a facility owned and operated by Comfort Systems USA and H&M Mechanical. She had been assigned to work on a coil line machine to fabricate ductwork for HVAC systems. According to the complaint, she was placed on the machine without proper safety training. Her arms were pulled into the machine's rollers, trapping her against the machine. Birmingham Fire and Rescue had to take the machine apart, and Longs went to UAB Hospital with her right arm still wrapped around a spindle shaft. The $10 million was awarded on April 11th. Time magazine has named former Alabama quarterback Jalen Hurts as one of the 100 most influential people in the world, reports AL.com's William Thornton. Now, it's incredible to think we can say that about a quarterback. Keep in mind that the world contains a lot of people. For example, 50 governors in the U.S., 32 NATO heads of state, Elon Musk, 7 members of the Federal Reserve Board of Governors, Lionel Richie, more than 3,000 billionaires, and Terry Sabin. Yet Jalen Hurts is in Time's top 100 most influential. Hurts is the reigning Super Bowl MVP and was recognized as the 2024 Philadelphia Citizen of the Year. Now, that wasn't just for his work on the ball field. He launched the Jalen Hurts Foundation and donated money to the Keep It Cool program to put air conditioners into Philadelphia schools. We have an update out of the latest Tarrant story. A defamation charge was dropped against activist and Tarrant Crime Commission member Chuck Winborn, reports AL.com's Joseph D. Bryant. Winborn was arrested after he made Facebook posts that a police officer claimed were defamatory. The posts included a video of the officer going into an empty office that belonged to suspended Tarrant Police Chief Wendell Major in 2023. The officer, Sergeant Derek Williamson, claimed the post intended to accuse him of breaking into the office. The Jefferson County District Attorney's Office had requested the charge be dropped. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, weather reporter Lee Morgan will join us to talk about hurricane season predictions and take our Alabama news quiz. Y'all stay with us.
You may get a little excited when you shop at Burlington. Burlington saves you up to 60% off other retailers' prices every day. Will it be the low prices or the great brands? You'll love the deals. You'll love Burlington. I told you so.
Hey, thanks for staying with us, everybody. It's Friday again. We're going to do another quiz this week. And in the Down in Alabama studio, we have back on the show weather reporter Lee Morgan. Good to have you, Lee.
Good to be back. This is my time. I feel it.
Yeah, see, the thing with Lee is that she tells me she gets the quiz perfect every week except when she's on.
That's true.
And then it's not so good. So it sounds kind of funny to me, but we're going to give it a shot. But Lee, of course, we're not going to just let you come on and take the quiz. You're going to have to work a little bit. We know that we're in the middle of severe weather season, the spring severe weather season here in Alabama and the Southeast. But looking ahead, one of our, I say favorite, sort of tongue in cheek, favorite seasons is the hurricane season, the Atlantic hurricane season. And Colorado State famously puts out its forecast, which people always put down, but they're actually not too bad. And they're out.
They are.
What did this year's look like, the early forecast?
Well, this is the 42nd year that Colorado State University has put out their hurricane forecast, and they'll update it throughout the season, right? The Atlantic hurricane season doesn't officially begin until June the 1st. So we're way early on this, right? And NOAA won't issue its hurricane outlook until late May. So this is an early look, kind of gives you an idea of what people are thinking. And unfortunately, I always have to come on here and give bad news, don't I? But unfortunately, they are predicting an above average season, and that's as far as the number of named storms goes. Now, they did note that there's a higher level of uncertainty this year's forecast. One, because it's way early, right? And number two is because of our old friend El Nino. Okay. So, last year we had La Nina, which typically can make conditions more favorable for tropical storms and hurricanes. And we did have a very busy season. What did we have? We had 18 named storms, 11 hurricanes, 5 major hurricanes. 5 of those hurricanes hit the United States, and they've even retired 3 names from last year's season: Beryl, Helene, and Milton. So this year, Colorado State is predicting 17 named storms, that's tropical storms and hurricanes. Of those 17, 9 are forecast to become hurricanes, and of those 9, 4 are predicted to become major hurricanes. That's a category 3 or stronger storm. And I bet you're wondering, what's the average season? Well, an average season, according to NOAA, has 14 named storms, 7 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes.
So a little above average still.
So above average, good bit above average. So let's hope this is a big old bust. And I know they probably are too. Well, they probably are. But so we'll just have to wait and see. The big what if. They're basing their above average forecast on the fact that the Atlantic sea surface temperatures in a lot of spots are above average, which, is a favorable condition for a hurricane. They just got to wait and see if there's going to be what they call neutral conditions, where there's no El Nino and no La Nina. If that was going to be the case, and that's what the Climate Prediction Center is thinking is going to happen, then that could set a slightly more favorable environment for hurricanes. Not as favorable as La Nina, but better than El Nino. In El Nino years, you tend to not have as many. So we'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out. And this past season didn't get going until way late, right? And they were saying it was a bust. But I will note that the CSU people, they do analogs, so they look at past seasons and try to pick, where things might trends, and some of the analog seasons that kind of matched up where we are now are 96, 99, 06, 08, 11, and 17. And those seasons range from below average numbers to hyperactive seasons. And the one that sticks out to me is 2017. That's when we had Harvey, Irma, Maria, and Nate. I don't know if you remember old Nate.
I don't remember Nate. I remember old slow-moving Harvey, though.
You remember Harvey? Nate, charged across the Gulf and came in to the east of us, but caused a lot of problems in Alabama. Storm surge, rain, a lot of trees down, a lot of power outages, so because it was moving so fast.
Right.
So that's where we are right now. We'll wait and see what NOAA has to say when they roll out their forecast at the end of May.
Hey, do you want to take an Alabama news quiz?
Yeah, well, yes. Now listen, how hard did you make it this week? You knew I was coming on. Did that influence the
Oh, I did this.
intensity of the
I did this
questioning?
way before I knew you were coming on. So this was done for other people who I didn't like as much as I like you.
Oh, yeah, great. Well, I noticed you don't have your buzzer, so I'm already feeling a little more confident about it now.
Hold this a second.
No, don't go get the buzzer. Oh. Yeah, that's the last time you're going to hear that.
Question number 1. The Trade Association Manufacture Alabama. Okay, the name is Manufacture Alabama. It's a trade association. It named its 2025 coolest thing made in Alabama. What was it? Was it Boeing's Patriot Advanced Capability 3 Seeker? Was it the Mercedes-Benz GLE? Was it Austral USA's Littoral Combat Ship? Or was it the Floribama's Gulf of America t-shirts?
It is A. That's right.
Yeah, that was the easiest one.
Oh, great. I'm fine. Third time's the charm, y'all. I'm going to get it this time.
Question number 2. What's currently displayed in lights on the Regions building in Birmingham? Is it a golfer, Easter symbols, basketballs? We just had March Madness. Or was it a folded wad of cash?
All right, read those off one more time.
A golfer, Easter symbols, basketballs, a folded wad of cash. Easter symbols, cross, a bunny, whatever.
Right. I'm going to say it's a golfer. Yes.
All right, that was the second easiest question on this quiz.
2 down, 3 to go.
Number 3. There was some talk among state legislators about trying to suspend the requirement for fishing licenses during Jubilee events in Mobile Bay, where a drop in oxygen levels in the bay caused sea life to gather along the shallows, along the shore in some places. What Alabama town has the nickname Jubilee City?
Oh, boy.
Is it Spanish Fort, Daphne, Fairhope, or Daleville?
Oh, no. I did listen to this one, just not that particular part. All right, read them off again.
Don't tune it out now. You learn a lot from the podcast.
I did learn stuff from that one.
Spanish Fort, Daphne, Fairhope, or Daleville?
Let's see. I'm going to go with Fairhope. No!
Not Fairhope.
Was it Daphne?
Yes, and it still is. Well, I told you I made that one particularly I was making for someone else. Question
Who
number
are
4.
you making it for?
This is a
That's
hard.
who are you making these quiz questions for? Is what I want to know.
I make the quiz more difficult these days. John was on last week and got 2 wrong, and he's a pretty ace quiz taker. Question number 4.
Do I even need to finish taking this quiz?
No, I
now?
think 4 out of 5 is the new 5 out of 5. All right. The largest house in Alabama is up for sale. Remember this?
Yes. Don't matter, but yes.
It's 54,000 square feet, and the asking price is $5 million, which is actually kind of low for the square footage,
Right.
Where is it located? Eufaula, Birmingham's Shoal Creek area, Alexander City, or Ozark? Down yonder in Ozark.
Okay. I'm guessing it is Birmingham, Shoal Creek area.
That wasn't a guess. You had an idea, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question number 5. Recently deceased brother Bill Oliver had a prolific college football coaching career, and he was an assistant coach at both Alabama and Auburn. He ended that career as Auburn's interim head coach in the very last Iron Bowl held at Legion Field. Now, how did that game end?
Oh.
It was 1998.
Mm-hmm.
A, did it end in a tie? Did Auburn win? Did Alabama win? Or was the TV coverage dropped at the beginning of the 4th quarter in favor of coverage of the Clinton Lewinsky scandal?
Oh, that would be a tragedy. Why are you grabbing the loser button? Don't put that away.
I'm getting them close.
I saw you reaching for it.
Getting it ready.
That does not inspire confidence. That's mean. I'm going to say, and I have no favorites either way. Everybody, I'm neutral on this. I'm going to say that Alabama won. Yes.
4 out of 5. That's a new 5 out of 5. So you should feel pretty
What
proud
do you mean
of that.
that's a new 5 out of 5?
Because the quizzes are harder than they used to be. There were too many perfect scores.
No. I'm still not consoled all that much.
Well, thanks for coming in and taking it. You were a good sport. How about the 54,000 square foot home?
How about
Could
it?
you live that? That's like an acre and a quarter.
I know. I
for
just
just
think
house?
about all the bathrooms you'd have to clean. That's a lot.
If you can afford a home like that, you're probably not cleaning bathrooms,
Well,
because if
that's
you
true.
are, then you're vacuuming. And I'm thinking somebody asked,
Vacuuming
what do you do?
bathrooms? Are you saying?
No, the house.
Oh, okay.
54,000 square feet.
Yeah.
People say, what are you doing this weekend? I'm vacuuming. Well, what else? No, that's it. It's going to take that long to get that acre and a
But
quarter.
you get lost in a house like that.
Yeah. My thing, and I always say this, and I said it when we did the story, you can only be in one room at a time.
Well, that's a good point.
Just at one really great room.
And welcome to the Ike Morgan home decorating show.
Oh yeah,
That's our next podcast. Coming up.
I'm gonna move to Waco and take over the for those guys. Thanks for listening to us, everybody. Happy Easter, y'all. We are gonna be back here bright and early Monday morning. Until then, as always, we're open 24 hours a day and 7 days a week on the World Wide Web at al.com.